and welcome back to my channel. Today my husband Chance and I are tackling a big outdoor cleanup. We're actually starting with the outdoor furniture. Here you'll see we're going to start with our furniture here on the front porch. This is our front porch swing. It gets super dirty. So we're going to pull these cushions off. We're going to pressure wash them and use the 30-second outdoor cleaner to get all of that mildew off and everything. We've been using this cleaner on our furniture for the last few years. It works so good. It's super quick and easy, and you'll see my cushions go from pretty much brown to being white again. So here we are starting with the cushions. You can see the before and after is going to be huge. We always use this pressure washer. It's just an electric pressure washer that I got off of Amazon. I'll link everything that we're using today down in the description box if you guys are interested. But we're going to be cleaning off the front porch furniture, and then while we're out here today, we're also going to clean the inside and outside of my Expedition. And I keep saying we're cleaning, but I got to be cameraman today, so I got to film Chance doing all the cleaning. Now, I was kind of helping him behind the scenes and grabbing things for him here and there, but I got to basically work the camera today, and he did majority of the cleaning, which was nice. But the first day, we basically got the front porch furniture cleaned and the car cleaned, and then we had to get all of the furniture off the porches because we actually have someone come and pressure wash our house, a company that does it. They use some sort of soft cleaner on our house so that it doesn't take the paint off. So we pulled all the furniture off, and then a few days later we were able to clean the back porch and all of that furniture as well. So today's video is basically a whole outdoor cleanup with us. Lots of satisfying transformations, so hopefully it's motivating and something a little different than seeing me clean the inside of the house. Now, as you're watching today, I figured I would talk to you guys a little bit about my YouTube journey, how I started, where it's gotten me, what things look like now, because it's been a long time since I've talked about my YouTube story and how I got started, and I get questions all the time about people wanting to start a YouTube channel, asking questions about how I got started, tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff, because so many of you have thought about starting your own channels or even starting on Instagram, some sort of social media, and monetizing it. So I thought it would be fun to just fill you guys in on my story and how I got started. So I'm just going to chat with y'all through the video, and I will pause to talk about what's going on screen as well. So like right now, we have already pressure washed all of the cushions. Then we sprayed on that 30-second cleaner, let it sit for just a little bit, and we're spraying it back off, and it's gotten all the mildew off, and we're just going to set these to the side and let them dry. Okay, so let's jump into how I got started on YouTube. So I actually was a teacher, an elementary school teacher, for 9.5 years before I became a stay-at-home mom. Ever since I had my firstborn, I had wanted to stay at home, but we had too much debt, and my husband's job did not offer health insurance, so there was absolutely no way we could do it financially. But we went through Financial Peace University, the whole Dave Ramsey program, paid off all of our debts. I actually started an Etsy shop a couple years before I left teaching, and I was doing shirts. I was making vinyl shirts and selling them on Etsy. And then my husband, Chance, actually switched companies, and he was able to get health insurance through his new company. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of what my car looks like really quick, and then we're going to start cleaning this. This is the inside. It's actually not too bad, but we did want to get the mats out of here, clean all of those down. We've got a little bit of trash, and we definitely needed to do some vacuuming. So here's a little before of what it looked like before we cleaned, and then you'll see the whole process of it getting cleaned. Okay, so back to my story. We were able to get all of our debts paid off by doing the whole Financial Peace University method, and then Chance now had health insurance. I was making some money for my Etsy shop, and we felt like we were finally in a place where we could actually afford for me to stay at home. I was still making enough money to where I could help pay for groceries, kids' sports, all that kind of stuff. So we sold our house, we rented for a year, and then we were building while we were renting. We were building our new house, And as soon as that school year was over, we were able to move into our new house. And that was when we decided to take a leap of faith. And I decided that I was not going to go back to teaching. I was going to be able to stay at home with my kids. Well, shortly after that next school year started, my kids were in pre-K and first grade. And so I was at home working my Etsy shop, but we were also in our new house, and I was trying to slowly like decorate it and, get all the things organized and everything. So I started doing some videos, mainly because I was doing a few DIYs, and a lot of people would ask me like, how did you make this, or how do you do that? And so I was like, you know what, I can make a video and just send it to them and show them how I did it, and then they could do it themselves. So I started making little DIY videos, but I came across the cleaning content, and I was like, you know what, I could share this too. I have some tips and tricks. So I started sharing the cleaning content, and my YouTube channel just took off from there. Now, back then, it took them forever to review your channel to be able to get monetized. So I had all of the qualifications to have my channel monetized within about a month after sharing that first cleaning video. And it ended up taking them almost 6 months before they actually approved me for monetization, before I could make any money off of any of the videos I was sharing. And back then, I was sharing at least 3 videos a week. So thankfully, all of that is different now. And as soon as you hit those milestones and qualifications to be able to monetize your channel, you are monetized right away. You don't have to wait on them to go and review your account and do all of that like they used to do. So that is good news if you're wanting to start a channel now. Another cool thing about when I started my YouTube channel is that I did not want to put any money into my YouTube channel until I made money. So I actually started with just using my iPhone, and that was back in like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. So the quality of the iPhone was definitely not near as good as it is now. And I was using my iPhone to make videos. And I'll be totally honest, I did not think that I was ever going to actually make money off of my YouTube channel. It felt like more of a hobby at first, especially since it took me so long to get monetized after already meeting the qualifications. But as soon as I got monetized and started making money, I literally saved every single penny until I had enough to buy a camera, which that also took me several months, because I'm pretty sure like the first month that I got monetized, I want to say I made like $100, but to me, it felt like so much more than that, because I couldn't believe I was getting paid on these videos now, because I had already been making tons of videos for 6 months without getting a penny. And then so that first month when I finally was monetized and made like $100, I was so excited. So like I said, when I first started sharing videos on YouTube, I honestly just wanted to be able to connect with people, other moms mainly, document real life like cleaning my house, cooking meals, trying to manage all the chaos of being a mom, sharing my tips and tricks, all of that kind of stuff. And I never imagined it would turn into a business. And something else to note is when I first started, I remember being super nervous, especially about what people that knew me in real life would think. Every time I posted a video or even shared that I posted a video like on my personal Facebook or something, in the back of my head, I was thinking that people were probably thinking I have nothing good to share, and who do I think I am to be sharing on YouTube, which who knows, some people maybe did think that, but I pushed through and learned to push all of that to the side and share my videos because it was fun, and I felt like I did have some things that I could contribute to other moms who were either, a little bit behind where I was in my motherhood journey, or maybe right there with me that I could give tips and tricks to. And so I just kept making videos, and every single time I posted, it got a little bit easier. Now, when I started YouTube, I also knew nothing about editing or any of that kind of stuff. I probably watched 100 videos on how to edit, where to get music, all of that kind of stuff, and basically was self-taught through YouTube videos. So as I was posting more and more content, my YouTube channel was growing. I started posting more over on Instagram. That started to grow. I also started a Facebook page, which has done really well. And then, of course, TikTok came out. And I don't know, TikTok was kind of one of those things I just played around on. and didn't really like put a lot of work into. It was more just like a fun account that I could just post whatever I wanted, basically. I wasn't really using that as, I wasn't treating it as a business more like I was my YouTube channel and my Instagram account. So that's a little bit of a backstory on how I started my YouTube channel and grew on my social media accounts. And over the years, my accounts have grown to where all of them combined, I have over 1 million followers. But the truth is, you do not need a huge following to start monetizing on social media. So whether you're doing YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is, you do not have to have a huge following to be able to start making money. I feel like when I started, you definitely had to have a lot of the programs that they have now were not available when I first started. The only way I was going to be able to make money when I first started was through YouTube AdSense and brand deals. But over the years, other ways to make money has come along on social media. So you've got things like affiliate links through Amazon, LTK, TikTok Shop. You can also make money through selling digital products. So printables, cookbooks, courses, all of that kind of stuff. The brand partnerships, you can make money off of ads through like Facebook ads or even ad revenue on YouTube. UGC creating, so that's where you create content for a brand. Even if you're not posting it on your own social media accounts, you make the content and then they repost it on theirs. And then TikTok even has a creator rewards program where you can make money off of the amount of views that you get on TikTok. So there are tons of different ways to make money on social media now versus when I started. So if you're thinking about getting started, I would highly encourage you to do so if this is something that you've been wanting to do for a while and you've just kind of put it off, or maybe just hearing my story is like sparking an interest for you, then I would definitely recommend getting started and trying to monetize on social media. The only thing that I would say is I would pick one platform to start with. I know I said I'm on all the social medias, but my main focus starting out was definitely YouTube. That's where I put all of my energy and effort, and then later I started growing my other social media accounts. So I would say pick your platform that you want to focus on and try to think of a niche that you're passionate about that you could share about over and over and over again. I'm not saying you have to be an expert in that niche. So like when I started my YouTube channel, mine was mainly like homemaking. So I kind of shared anything that was about mom life, homemaking, cleaning, cooking, all of that kind of stuff. I was not and still am not an expert in cleaning or cooking, but I share what I do know about, things that work for me, and other people are able to relate from that, get ideas from that. And I may not do everything perfect and may not be an expert in those areas, but I can still have stuff to contribute, if that makes sense. And being a mom is something that I'm so passionate about, and I'm doing all of these things anyway, so I could definitely talk about my routine and schedule and cleaning and cooking and all of those things that we do on a daily basis. Those are things that I could talk about all the time. So maybe you're the same way, and that would be like your niche is homemaking. Or maybe you're really into fitness and nutrition. That could be your niche. Or maybe you do a lot of home renovation projects or DIYs. So whatever it is that you're into, that could be like your main niche that you mostly share about on your platform. So you've got your platform, you've got your niche, and then all you have to do after that is start making content. Now, let me remind you that it took me 6 months to get monetized. Hopefully it wouldn't take you guys that long now, because I do feel like it's a lot easier to start monetizing earlier. But I'm going to also say this. Creating content, growing on social media, being consistent is not going to be easy. It's definitely going to take work and dedication, but I'm telling you, it is possible if you are willing to work for it. You can definitely do it. And honestly, you can start small, you can work it around your life, and you can build it into something amazing. So if you're listening to my whole story and you're like, maybe I can do this, I'm telling you, you can. And I'm going to be sharing even more behind the scenes videos and tips soon, because I truly believe that if you've got a message or a passion on your heart, you should share it, and you should be able to monetize it on social media if you want to. So y'all let me know in the comments, because I don't want to bore y'all with all this behind the scenes stuff if this isn't something that you guys are interested in. But if you are interested in seeing more behind the scenes, seeing what I use for editing, seeing some of the equipment I use, which by the way, I don't use a ton of equipment. I'm pretty simple when it comes to making content. But I can definitely share routines and what my week looks like as a content creator, all of those kind of things. So let me know if you're interested, and I will share more of that in some upcoming videos. Okay, so the inside of my car is all cleaned out. The outside of the car is all clean. And the last thing that we're gonna do, Chance is just gonna spray this. It's like a new car smell, air freshener type thing. He just sprays it on the carpets in the bottom of my car, and it smells like a brand new car. So it's all done, car's clean, and we can move on to the next thing. Oh, and I forgot that Chance has this tire shine stuff that he sprays on the tires afterwards to make them look all nice and shiny. So he's going to do that really quick too. And I will definitely, I don't know what all of this stuff is called that he used on my car, but I will for sure link everything that he used to clean the inside and the outside of my car down in the description box. All right, now really quickly, we're blowing off the front porch, and we're gonna wipe down our swing really quick before we put all of the cushions back on. Now, the other day, I actually went to Walmart, and I have not been in my Walmart in a while. And when I went in, they had completely redone the inside, and it was so nice and organized. And there were like beds on display with the bedding and all of that. I remember seeing that all the time when I was younger and would go to the mall, and you'd go into like Sears or Belk, and they'd have the whole bed set up and the whole display of like the comforter set and everything. And that's what it was like in my Walmart. And even the same with like the clothes. It was just so nice and organized. But anyways, I went into the spring section, and they had tons of new outdoor pillows. So I got a bunch of those for my front porch swing, and I'm about to put them on here. But they were so pretty. They had so many different color options too, but I loved these like blue and orange colors. So that's what I went with. But look how white our front porch swing looks now. It is a complete difference, like complete transformation. And now we can actually come out here and sit and relax and enjoy the front porch. Okay, now that we have the front porch done, this is a whole nother day. We have pulled all the furniture off of the back porch area, so that way we could have them pressure wash the house outdoors and also on the inside of our screened-in porch. We actually ended up rolling up this rug and taking it out too, but we were blowing out the porch and everything. We also ended up moving that egg chair. We ended up moving that onto the front porch because it was so big that you couldn't pull it out of the door here on the screened-in porch, so we weren't able to like spray it off and clean it really good. We would just have to wipe it down with rags. And so we ended up moving that to the front porch, and we're liking it a whole lot better there. Now this is after the house has already been pressure washed. We put all the furniture back in here, and now I'm putting all of the pillows and cushions back in here. We did do all of the pressure washing and use that same 30-second cleaner to clean these off too. I just didn't film that because you've already seen us do it. So same little process, but now everything's clean and we're able to put all the cushions and stuff back on here. And then I'm actually going to clean our little bar area out here, our little outdoor kitchen, I guess, because it was full of cobwebs, lots of dust and everything. So I'm going to clean this area really quick. So the first thing I'm going to do is dust off all the shelves. I have this duster here that I only use for outdoor. So I'm going to dust down all these shelves really quick with this thing. And just so you guys know, we don't ever use any of the stuff that's up here on these shelves. They're pretty much for display. So I'm just dusting these two. But if we were going to use them, then before we would use them, I would, like if we were going to use one of the cups or something, I would definitely take it inside and wash it in the sink with soap and water before we would use it. So first I'm going to use the duster to dust everything down, and then I'm going to use a multi-surface spray, and I'm going to wipe down the counter and also the cabinets out here. Okay, since we're getting closer to the end of this video, I forgot I wanted to share with y'all something super exciting. So I told y'all a few weeks ago that we are getting very close. I'm actually doing a little cookbook. It's going to be a digital cookbook that is going to have my family's top 20 go-to recipes in it. These are recipes that I have shared before, but the great thing is that you'll be able to have them all in one place. You can print this cookbook out, or you can just keep it and download it and have it digitally on your phone or on your iPad. And then there are clickable links for every single recipe. So the links will take you to a video showing the recipe step by step, and we'll even have shopping links. So if you wanted to shop those ingredients, you'll be able to just shop straight from those links. There's also a monthly meal plan and grocery shopping list. So all kinds of things in this cookbook, and it is going to be launching very, very soon. So if you would like to get on the wait list, so you're notified as soon as we come out with that launch date, I'm going to have a link down in my description box and in the comments where you can sign up to be on that wait list. And if you get on that wait list, you also get a special coupon code once the cookbook has launched. So you'll get a big discount whenever it comes out. So y'all go get on the wait list. And if you do get on the wait list, y'all leave me a comment below this video with either a sunshine emoji or the word sunshine, so that I know you got on the wait list and you're excited about the cookbook coming out. We've been working on this cookbook for a few months now, and so I am super excited that it is almost finished and almost ready to launch. So hopefully you guys are excited too, and you guys can celebrate with me. Okay, you guys, I am almost done cleaning, and we will have the entire outside of the house all cleaned and put together, which will feel so good because we typically do this a lot earlier in the season when it's not nearly as hot as it is right now. But I guess because we've been gone so much, we just kept putting it off. But I definitely think next year we're going to get this done way sooner in the year before it gets so hot. But thank y'all so much for being here and for hanging out with me for another video. If you're new, I would love for you guys to introduce yourself down in the comments. Let me know where you're from. If you're a returning subscriber, y'all be sure to say hey too and let me know what's going on with you guys. How's your summer going? And hopefully you guys now have a little bit of motivation to get some things checked off of your own to-do list. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.